hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Yeah, I knew that.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
I guess so, right?
And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Dear God. That's not so much fun.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
God. Lovely.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
Is that what it is?
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
This dwarf was messed up.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
I don't know why I'm
His
asking about
genitals.
this.
We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Interesting.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
Whoa.
And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
I like this dude who's with me.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact.
I like that dude right there.
30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the
He's
wall,
still walking
then
along with
cut
a
open
bolt in his
corpse
hand.
Without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Wow, I had no idea the quest was going this direction.
Thank you.
Just can't believe how deep this game is and how much is going on, man.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel, a rogue, like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
Oh, thanks for the host,
True
IK.
in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer, delighted especially
Although
in
I'm closing
torturing
up
women.
shop here about 15 minutes.
Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
Hey, thanks for the host,
Know
IK. I
him,
appreciate it, dude.
Thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
And thanks, Shadow. No, I want to know more.
I decide when we're done with the subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist. The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them?
Yeah.
I led them. Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it.
This guy looks older
What
than
will you do
him.
now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just got real dark all of a sudden. Alright, well, let me see if I have time to follow up a few of these leads. Who's this? Eustace the Corpse Collector. Might as well go to him because he's the closer one. Yeah.
Bloody bandits! Can't go out in the streets no more!
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
The cart with corpses.
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies
Bring
like
out your
that?
dead.
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery
It's a Jack the
sour
Ripper deal.
on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned.
I bet Nathaniel
Every
did it.
last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets, made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
Actually, I'll take
That's
that
human
letter.
skin.
Whoa!
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
Jackass.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla?
Oh,
We
God.
short of wenches in this town.
That was a mistake. Screw that. I don't like this guy.
Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
That guy pissed me off.
Sold off. Don't know nothing else. Sold off. Don't know nothing else.
That guy ticked me off. I was like, should I? No. That guy deserved a punch. That guy deserved a falcon punch.
So ridiculous. Monsters must have done.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, Edgy. For being terrible. That's exactly why. For being terrible. I'm feeling better. Go on, you're not fooling anybody.
Anyone home?
Fucking punch.
Or I'll set me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
I know.
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
The famous dwarf crossing the arms thing.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they
Fabian.
hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
What's up,
Damn it.
dogs?
I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep.
There goes that
The
lead.
Pont said a fever took her.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Alright.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Concerned Citizen's Sermon, huh? Remember, good people, that fire can be both a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames, fire can prepare our nourishment, fire can drive off the horrors of the dark. Yet fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. That is why we must live in harmony with eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lessons, whoever lives in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. Concerned citizen.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
Same deal. Okay.
Eyes. Humanoid.
Ugh.
Completely rotten.
Charming. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the host, IK. What's going on, bro? How are you, man? We've already done a shout out for you, but if you guys didn't see it, definitely follow IK Enforcer. He's a very, very good guy.
This looks like it
Good
was
streamer.
kicked. Nothing interesting here.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle them down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple. And the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys
nice,
idols
dude.
from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Yeah, I had someone give me a copy of Elite Dangerous as well. I haven't had a chance to actually try it yet, but...
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered. Then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard. Then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city. Fine. We've
Okay.
talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Sorry about your brother. Alright, that's one more investigation left. Sorry. Sorry, dog. Sorry, dog. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I've watched Graydon playing a little bit of Elite Dangerous. Someone else I was talking to, I think it was Rob from Game Crashers, said that he felt like it was kind of, it didn't have enough of a purpose. It's just kind of like wandering around. He felt like there was more that
Oi,
needed to be
Witcher!
done. But,
Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim.
oh god.
Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Alright, as soon as I'm done investigating this body.
Hey, handsome.
A brazier. This time of year?
Formaldehyde, no doubt.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
Listen, kill him. Now left! Together now. Kill the horse.
Why are you guys attacking me?
Yeah! Oh, that's it, you're in for it.
Damn it.
That's it.
Gotta get around him.
That's crap.
That cat!
To the Wilhelm scream.
Bug me bug. That's it. You're in for it.
God damn it. Alright, come on, smart guy.
Think you'll get me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Man.
Calm down.
What's
I'm
up,
not gonna
Tomorrow?
hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers
I'm not the
are waiting
killer,
here
you
to give a
jackass.
warm welcome for Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
It is,
I
okay.
know.
Really,
Here to
really
look
good.
for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much, but I can tell you what I know.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this
It's like a
before.
Jack the Ripper
Beggars,
situation.
Street girls, orphans.
Alright, sounds
who'd
good,
have a
Jen. Well, I'm
drama
going to be done in a
concern
minute. I was expected to be done
Human
before.
rubbish.
But then
It's
this
what
quest
the guards
started.
call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid hoe in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook.
Okay, cool.
Felt like a leper, I did.
Happy July 4th,
But
yes.
Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors,
Yeah,
they
it's
were
true,
afraid
it's
on
true.
account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Our dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Alright, because otherwise I will beat you down a second time.
Head's ringing.
It ought to be.
Awful pale. Oh, you scared?
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
One of those concerned citizen sermons again? Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie. I think I already read this. Oh, no. I'm wrong. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light, not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane, cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames, concerned citizen. This is the guy who's heading up the morgue. It's the guy, his reverence or whatever. He's killing all of these people that he views as having done sins. This is basically like, this is like the plot of Seven, more or less. That's the guy who did it.
God, the Reaper's come for me. What's he doing here?
You look familiar.
Kevin who?
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Alright, what's going on?
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you.
Kevin
Especially
Spacey.
given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with.
That's the
Our
dude.
spiritual caretaker
Reverend
has
Nathaniel.
left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Yes, unless you view what the crime that they're doing is not victimless, because it's an attack on the word of God, as they would see it.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire.
Yep.
Treatises
Heresy.
critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yep.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Von Grad's told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas,
Guy seems younger than Joachim.
So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Ah. Look a little young to be Von Gratz's teacher.
How old's Von Grad's? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Yes, and also biologically completely wrong, but it's fun.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde.
Yep.
Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Whoa, boy. Make way!
Till next time.
Interesting. Hello, Fate Keeper. That's probably the closest one. This quest, man, I was like, oh, I'll just do this one quest, and all of a sudden it turned out to be this. But, I mean, part of that is just that the freaking the quest they do here just so, it embarrasses a game like Dragon Age Inquisition, these side quests. They're so good that it just embarrasses them.
Fucking hey,
Embarrasses them. how good these side quests are.
Nothing hurts as much.
Although I guess technically this is connected to... Well, no, actually, no, this is a side quest. So it's just... Man. And again, I'm going exactly the wrong way, because of course I am.
But with a library. Why do you like a miller's shop?
It's great stuff.
Trusted the woman once. What's he doing here?
It's a long one, yeah, appears to be. And it is a great game.
Enough to
Yes, that's what I wanted to do, was to ignite the... There we go. Alright. Vegelbud's estate. Vegelbud residence. Let's do it. Yeah, lore's like Skyrim, but Bethesda wishes that they could do side quests like this. They wish. Really? Yeah, I mean, there's just... Yeah. There's just lots and lots of stuff in here like that. Which could be FPS? Wait.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Whoa! Whoa! No door! Magic! Witcher magic.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts.
In other words, stop arguing.
So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious.
Uh-huh.
Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one.
Of course,
We've
and now
been to
she's about to be
Novigrad.
punished for it.
Mother had seen the pyres in Higher Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the hallmarks, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
Where she's now dead.
Hurry.
I do play on PC, yep. Doors always lose against Geralt. Yeah, this is PC.
Hear that? Calm and quiet.
Already dead.
All seems to be in order.
Already
I
dead.
should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Screaming coming in 5. Called it.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Oh, God. Move, move, move. Not the time, dogs.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
I'll break your bones!
The hell are you guys doing?
Die, mutant!
Why exactly? Are you guys seriously fighting me? You guys have a murderer to deal with, for
There
crap's
he is!
sake.
Get him!
You're gonna make me kill you? Fine. God damn it. stupid getting in the way of me trying to save your... Unless this is some big, massive conspiracy. I don't know what just happened.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes.
I do so far, EMC,
Listen, you
yes.
got the
And it's a
wrong
760.
Save your trickery. Taking you to the heiress.
Jackass.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
Dumbasses.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
Jackass.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once.
Also punch yourself in the face.
Mother!
Nope, no mods.
Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Yes, also jump off the earth.
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Question is how the hell he even got in here.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's. Fast. Another empty formaldehyde bottle.
Yep. Alright, crippled Kate's. Before I do that, though, I want to check out this guy's latest sermon. Patricial Vagelbud, concerned citizen. Remember, good people, that the fire devours everything in its path, sparing no one and stopping for nothing. The fire burns all sinners alike, be they paupers or princes, men or non-humans, weak or powerful. Whoever breaks its commandments, whoever does not heed the church's counsel, whoever worships false gods, the same shall be turned to ash in its flame. Live then in the truth of the eternal fire, listen to its holy men, for they are your shepherd, concerned citizen. So again, this is obviously, this is Nathaniel who did this. He left the city, just, you know, happened to leave because he was called away. This is obviously him. So this is obviously that dude. Just wish we could go accuse him right now, since that's obviously the guy who did this. Sorry, Patricia. Sorry. I'll do what I can. Also, tell your guards to go kick themselves in the face. Again. You freaking had him, too. Yeah, I know. Hang in there, Gent. I know, man. I didn't expect it was going to go this way. Nice job, jackass. Top-notch work from the guards again. Well done, guys. Way to go. Good, great security you got here. Good job. No, really. Tremendous job, guys. Well done. Beautiful. Spectacular. God bless you. No, really great job, guys. You guys line the path like no one's business. You look super impressive out here. Like, really, keep it up. Crappy guarding is crappy. Alright. Oh, lovely. Just happens to be absolutely nowhere. Let's make it the Hierarch Square. It's the closest we're gonna get. Love Skak? Love Skak, baby! Yeah, exactly, exactly. Sneaks to the main, mention it. Tortures lady, but good work. And then Chris comes out, is like, you. It's, again, it's Batman, right? It's just like Batman. Batman's trying to save everyone. It's like, let's attack Batman. You're like, no. How about you not attack Batman? How about you actually attack the actual enemy? How about you not be incompetent? Gods have heard the land's cry. Its people's long wait is over. King Radovid will save the north.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client.
Oh my god.
Do not disturb.
Get out of my way, you stupid...
Sometimes it's a oh!
It's always the third floor.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Nathaniel! Yes!
Yet again,
Called
you
it!
disturbed me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways. Many traditional. Doesn't take killing them. Trust me.
I think I'm
Who
18
said
or
anything
19,
about
pro player.
killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie.
Unless she did it.
If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one
Oh,
man
is it the doctor?
That's impossible.
It's
Treats
the...
some corpses
Oh
like
my
big
god,
dogs.
it's that guy?
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies.
Oh my god, there's the coroner all along. God damn it.
I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
Wow. I'm glad I waited. Alright. Wow, I could have sworn it was him. I'm glad I waited. I thought initially, I thought the guy that was with me maybe was trying to trap me. The guy who first went into the sewers with me. But then, god damn it. But then, I thought it might have been him. But then I sort of got off that idea, and then it didn't occur to me to go back in and think about the other dude. So that guy is pissed off at Nathaniel, and basically this was all a plot to get me to kill Nathaniel and have his hands.
And I'm a material girl.
Alright, warehouse near the port. Now go to the coroner and slap the taste out of his mouth, right? Interesting. So I suppose I could have killed him right there and assumed that I solved it, right? Like I could have just gone after him and have been like, oh, I did it. Wow. Alright, see you, gents. Sorry, dude. I wasn't expecting it was gonna go this long. I never would have found out who the actual murderer was, Thorg.
Come closer. Don't be shy. You'll find out everything.
Yeah. So.
Formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel.
Yes, I have.
Although, you've not divined all, I see.
He's a monster.
Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire? Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred.
Yep.
Nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others.
There's actually some Watchmen stuff.
Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path. The path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good.
Oh, snap. That was pretty badass, but I'm pretty good with a sword. Oh, this is like the Sherlock Holmes music. Doesn't this remind you of the Sherlock Holmes music? Higher vampires. Men, the polite ones at least, would call me a monster, a blood-drinking freak, a male-rageous higher vampire. Only a mutual thirst for blood links higher vampires to their distant and much more primitive cousins, Ekamaras, Alps, Katakans, and the like. Higher vampires are in fact much more similar to humans than to those bat-like blood slurpers. They not only resemble us in appearance, but also share intelligence and behavioral patterns. This means they do not squat in distant forests or hide in the shadows. On the contrary, they are particularly fond of cities where they live out deceivingly normal lives. Even witchers are not capable of recognizing them at once, for their medallions remain perfectly motionless in the presence of higher vampires. Yet all these similarities should not blind us to an essential difference. Unlike men, the higher vampires are immortal. Those who have faced them in combat and survived can be counted on one hand. Well, let's see if we can do more than that this time. Alright, vampire oil. Do I have any is the question. I'm still carrying the blunt sword, really? Really? Not that I'm going to be using this now, but Ow. Oh my god. Have a seat. Woo! Yeah, I like Quen, man, but it's not my build. I'm an Igni guy, and Igni is very effective against vampires, as you saw. Whew. Yeah, well, the vampire oil helped, and the fire, I'm telling you, it's because my Igni's so powerful, and Igni's very effective against vampires. So, alright. Now the question is about Priscilla. Thank you very much, Jen. Thank you, thank you. What was the last citizen's sermon exactly? Remember, dear people, that a fire once lit cannot be stopped, that it consumes everything in its path and only ceases to rage once all has been turned to ash. Men cannot flee this element, and if they bow before it, if they let it into their hearts, they too turn to ash. Search them for your conscience and live in accordance with the church's dictates before the time for penance had passed, concerned citizen. I know, right, Bacon? Yeah, no, I know. But I started out as more of an Igni guy, and so, especially against vampires, I think Igni is the way to go. What am I doing? We're saving, and then we're going out here. We're gonna talk to him, and then we're gonna... What? Key required.
You know how to disembowel.
Thanks, Sarum. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I'm glad that I didn't kill him immediately. See, my usual inclination is to let them talk, because I always want to get more info. So this, I thought he was just going to basically give me his confession, like, here's why. And then at a certain point, I'm like, wait a minute. She doesn't look as terrified as I would have thought. And I was like, hold on a second. And then I was like, I bet it's the other dude. I was convinced that it was him, but the thing is, what changed me is that when he was like, oh, I'm going to do this, when she was screaming, but she wasn't, like, as much screaming as I would, like, she wasn't completely terrified. I was like, and then I was like, wait a minute, something's going on, and then I was like, I better let this guy keep talking. Stop telling me I can't save my game. Yes, I can. There you go. No, he was going to untie her. It was his job to untie her, not me. I gave him the whole, like, axie thing. Untie her and then, you know, leave and never come back. And he's like, yes, I will. That's it. That was the job. Oh, nice book burning. Excellent, gentlemen. That was fun, though. I was enjoying that detective work. That, you know what that actually did is it made me, I'm not going to do it, but it seriously made me want to play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, which I've been looking at. Seriously made me want to do that. I'm not going to, but I was like at the moment, but at some point I want to, because I was like, oh yeah, mystery work. Of course, he's not as handy with a sword.
This Dr. Von Grutz.
If you were an old...
Wait. No, it must be inside and downstairs, maybe?
Once some stray dogs took a bite out of me. Von Grant sewed me up, expert at hand claw. Then he told me to lead into those hounds. So I showed him the alley and waited.
He was still gonna kill her? I'm not sure that's the case. Maybe. Ooh.
How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Oh. Her voice isn't destroyed.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
The Witcher's way. Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Let me hear it. Yeah. That was a fun one. That was a good time.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quite...
Say no more. Get well soon.
Yeah, I like Priscilla too. Alrighty.
Yes, Geralt?
Let's
wrap up with this guy.
From Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's
Right,
somewhere
Shadow?
along the front, patching up.
Not much of a
tightly.
friend, though.
I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Hubert told me about your past.
Shadow.
Even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
You're trusting a vampire now?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Farewell.
Okay. Alright, so we're just going to set up what our next quest is going to be, and then we will wrap for the evening. Wow. That was really cool. Alright, there's these two main quests that are left. Let's see, which means next time we'll have a couple of Witcher contracts to do, but the secondary quests are basically done. Like, these ones are all, like, in different places, following the thread, Black Pearl, that sort of thing. So I will do those when we get to Skellige. So the next thing will be basically Deadly Delights, and then the White Lady, and then that'll probably be it. Maybe Mysterious Tracks, I don't know, depends. But at least those two, and that's going to be it, and then we're going to head out to Skellige after that. So I basically got done with Novigrad. Basically. Just about. So, actually, that means I wanted to set up. Alright.
Oh!
That was pretty slick. I like that quest a lot. There we go. Yep. No, I mean they just sort of made everything. They just fixed everything. I'm gonna say right now that again, I'll hold judgment until I see some of the others, but from what I've seen so far, like there's not even a question this is game of the year. It's not really even close. I'm sorry. It's just not close. It's just not close, in my opinion. But we'll see. All right, folks. This was great. I really enjoyed this. I went longer than I expected to, but that last quest kind of lasted longer than I expected. So I hope you guys had a great time too. If you liked what you saw and heard, please make sure to follow the stream, to follow the channel, and you'll see much more of this to come. If you have been here for a while and would like to do more, you can also, no, I do not want to take a survey, Valve. Thank you for bothering me. You can go right over there to support my Patreon, which you can do by doing !ArvTreon, and that will get you over to my Patreon. Doing that will enter you in a exclusive patron-only draw. It'll allow you to be part of the messages that I send every month about the state of the channel, which I'll be doing shortly once all the pledges clear and everything else. And it will allow you to get some other goodies, like an epic poem written about you, like me giving you some possible critiques on writing that you want to send me, stuff like that. So all of that really helps the channel as we move it towards partnership, to show Twitch the support that the channel has. I think that it deserves partnership, and so hopefully this is going to help demonstrate that. So again, anything you could do there will be very much helpful, spreading the word about the show. !ArvTube will get you to my YouTube channel to check out past broadcasts, and of course, Steam group to check out discussions by the Arvanauts and among the Arvanauts and screenshots and things like that, and how the Arvanauts hashtag who are the Arvanauts. That's going to be something which is trending. I promise it will happen. So that was good. I really dug that. Yeah, that was a really cool quest. All right, now we have a giveaway coming up tonight, as always, and the giveaway is as follows. I'm going to give you a word to type in, but first I'm going to give you one of these things. So you will have a choice of one of the 3 following games. Choice number 1 is going to come to you courtesy of Dragon Spear, and let's make this Escapegoat. So from Dragon Spear, if you win tonight, you'll have a choice of Escapegoat, courtesy of Dragon Spear. From the Gentleman B, we'll have, and I feel this is only appropriate, Bleed. I feel like that's only appropriate, Bleed, courtesy of the Gentleman B. Or your third choice, and this one is going to be courtesy of Kilobyte, and again, just because it feels appropriate, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. That's Mortal Kombat 9 plus all DLC, not Mortal Kombat 10. So again, from, let's see, from... where are we? From Dragon Spear, Escapegoat, that's choice number 1. Choice number 2 from the Gentleman B is Bleed. And choice number 3 from Kilobyte is Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. Oh, you screwed up the quest, really? Oh, cool. So, no, not Dragon's Pair, Dragon Spear. And the word is going to be... Thanks, Shadowed. Please type in the word Sherlock if you would like to win the giveaway. Please type in the word Sherlock. And as you guys do that, I'm going to check and see who we're going to raid. Sherlock. Please type in that word Sherlock if you guys are interested in winning one of those 3 games. Okay, there we go. All right, I know who we're going to raid, I believe. So again, please type in that word, Sherlock, if you're interested. Only 2 people? Really? I've only got 2 people interested in that. No kidding. Would have thought I would have had more people interested than that. That surprises me a little bit. I'm a little surprised, I must admit. But yeah, if you guys would like to win one of those, please type in that word Sherlock. Otherwise, these guys have a 50-50 chance. That's what they've got. Last call, last call. Last call. It's going to be the easiest giveaway ever. Congratulations, Edgy. Rigged. Hacks. Congratulations, Edgy. In the 50% chance you guys pulled it out. Congratulations. Yes. Oh, goodness. All right, what's it going to be, Edgy? Those odds, though. You want bleed. All right. If you want bleed, I am happy to provide it. Let's go and check that out. There we go. Ultimate video game hero. Video game hero. All right. We're going to send that directly to Edgy Koala, who I'm pretty sure I have in here as one of my friends. Yes, I do, as one of my Steam friends. There it is. Congratulations. Enjoy. And it is on its way to you now. So congratulations, and definitely thank the gentleman B, who I'm pretty sure is already now asleep because he said he was pretty close to being exhausted. But congratulations. And yeah, thanks for being a part of the stream. Okay, folks, we're going to do a raid, although I know it's late and a lot of people have now finally headed off. But we are, in fact, going to do a raid. And again, the key to this is you're going to type in the Argonauts have landed and then Volcania, but the key is not to do it until you hear my audio outro. Once you hear my audio outro, you'll see the link to the channel. Once you hear my audio outro, that's when you're going to drop the raid in there. But just a couple of reminders, I may be at you over the weekend with another stream. We'll see how that happens. If not, have a wonderful July 4th if you live in America. If you are not from America, from the United Kingdom, I'm sorry that you lost. But I hope everyone else has a wonderful weekend if I don't see you. Otherwise, I'll definitely be back on Tuesday for our next stream of more Witcher 3 as we finally actually leave Novigrad and head into Skellige and the final portion of the game. Again, please make sure to follow all the things. Thank you so much, as always, for being a part of the stream. I'd like to thank my mods, Apples, Dragonspear, Kale, Satobo, Lego Freak, Shadowed Mage, and Thor. Great job today, guys. As always, best mods on Twitch. Thanks so much to my regulars, to IK Enforcer. Thanks to the host as well, IK. Thanks to Ashen Sinosin, to Axeman, to Cookie Riot. Thank you for the follow tonight. Same to Destiny Guardian. Thank you for the follow. Thank you to E. Parker and Edgy Koala and EMC, all regulars of mine. G Gamer, who I think I've seen in here before, so welcome as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Kanumi, to Magical Star. Welcome back, Magical Star. To Mercurius, to Serum Winwin, to the Buttonus. I haven't seen the Buttonus for a while. What's up, man? To Trollbomb, to TTMXMP. I haven't seen you in a while either. To Vacan and to Zebchi. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. And Lakota Warrior, who I saw just popped up. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to have all of you here. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Please support that Patreon. Please let everyone know about the stream and follow all the things and keep spreading the word about the show as we move the channel towards partnership. Now, again, do not go here again until you hear my audio outro, but we are going to go here. We're going to go hit up Ocadrian, who is currently playing Grand Theft Auto. Let's go give him some love. And yes, as for me, I will catch you either over the weekend or definitely on Tuesday. That's it for me. Until I see you, happy July 4th to all the U.S. folks, and happy whatever you are to whoever you are all across the world. Good to see you guys. Thanks so much. Best viewers on Twitch. Be good to each other. Have a good night.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart? Were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever